Let me count for what I made one day as a full service worker in Brisbane. It's a lot. Please excuse the background noise. Somebody is singing Screamo in my building. Before I get into this, I want to say both of these bookings were pre-booked. However, one extended longer than he originally had pre-booked with me. So each of these guys sent a $300 deposit, which is not here in this stack. That's in my account already. I normally only take $200 deposits, and it's very strange that both guys on the same day overpaid their deposit. But anyway, there are $600 in my bank account from these bookings. I'm going to count this today before I go and deposit it because I don't want to forget to do this video. I'll count it and then I'll give you the story of where these clients came from and all that sort of thing. It's going to be a long count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 2,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 3,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is $4,050 plus the $600 that is in my account from the deposit. So $4,650 in one single day. By no means am I saying every single day is like this. I've had a very good week all round, but it's not always like this. There are some days where you get no work. There are some days, the following day I only worked 1 hour. So it is very up and down, and this doesn't mean you would make this kind of money every day. And I also want to explain a little bit about the bookings, how long they were, and where these clients came from, okay? So the first one was an inquiry through Scarlet Blue. I genuinely thought it was a brand new client. He didn't mention he'd ever seen me before, and I didn't have any history of, you know, that phone number contacting me before. And when he showed up, I was like, where do I know you from? You look so familiar. And I thought maybe he was a regular of mine at Showgirls or something like that, right, when I used to dance. And he was like, no, babe. He's like, I was wondering if you'd remember me. You saw me one night at Viper. I was like your last client of the night before you went home. So this is a man that saw me in an establishment at those lower rates and saw enough value in me to pay my private rate, which is at the top of the market. He booked in for an hour and a half with, I offered 2 extras, the $300 extra, which I can't say on here. He added that onto his booking, and while he was here, he extended for a full extra hour. So that was a 2.5 hour booking with a $300 extra. That was early in the morning, about 10:30, which is very early for me. Later on that night, I think about 7 or 8, I had another client for 2 hours who had pre-booked, and he also paid the same $300 extra, which I've been getting a lot of lately. Now, the second client came through my social media and has been watching me for quite some time before coming to see me. He said about a year he's been following me online, so that was generated by, you know, my marketing and things like that. But that first client was because of a shift at Viper where I was, you know, working for the bare minimum, which is really wild to me. I never thought that would happen. So this is definitely a first. I just think it's important to show that, you know, this is the difference between last week I was working a shift in an establishment where I left with $300 and I had multiple men tell me that I wasn't worth a standard rate. And this is what was possible working privately. Now, I know that what I make in a day is like on the upper end, and there are definitely workers who would be grateful to make this in a week. I understand that. But I look at me right now. If I can do this and make this, there is nothing stopping you, because as you can see, there is nothing exceptional about me. I'm a very average, you know, looking person. I mean, look at the state of it is my day off. I don't go to bookings looking like this, but you know, I'm a bit rusty, and I still managed to make this, which is just wild, absolutely wild. I would really love to make a series talking about transitioning from establishment work into working privately and tips that I have to see this as more of a business, you know, business mindset on how we run these things. I would love to make content like that. I just really don't want it to be taken the wrong way, and I know people will, but I think it could be really helpful for a lot of the girls. But yeah, I hope this is inspired somebody working in an establishment, I'm definitely not trying to encourage women who don't already work in this line of work to come into the industry. That's not my intention. This industry is not for everybody. And before we were banned on TikTok, I had multiple story times of horrible things that have happened to me. It's definitely not for everyone, and I don't want to encourage women to come into the industry, but I want to encourage those already doing the work, already doing this stuff, to work for themselves so that they can make money like this. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed. I need to go and deposit this now before I end up getting robbed in a booking or something. Wild. Thank you so much. If either of the gentlemen who were involved in this day see this, thank you. This is insane.